Our collaboration with Dwave, this is possibly one of the first use cases where we could reach quantum advantage for fraud detection.
The most undiscovered, darkest, weirdest corners of the market. So we have Subnet 63 Quantum on Bittensor. Quantum computing is brand new. It will make millionaires, if not billionaires. It's bigger than artificial intelligence because artificial intelligence needs quantum computing to be truly successful. It can't happen without quantum computing. This channel is all about making life-changing returns, getting as early as possible to a mega trend. Quantum computing is a mega trend. Quantum computers can model quantum systems at scales unattainable by classical computers, potentially unraveling mysteries like quantum gravity or wormholes. This is mind-blowing technology for specific problems like drug discovery, simulating molecular interactions to accelerate pharmaceutical development. Right now, it takes time to test and simulate different interactions of the many quadrillions of molecules that exist in the world. Quantum computing is exponentially faster than current compute, so it can do so much more. Imagine combining that with artificial intelligence. So it's going to revolutionize the drug industry. We know it's going to revolutionize cryptography and cybersecurity. That's a whole other can of worms. With artificial intelligence, it's going to enhance machine learning algorithms for faster, more accurate predictions. So no AI will be complete without quantum computing. Because what is AI at the end of the day? It's no better than the compute power behind it. Well, what happens when it starts to be powered by quantum compute, which is exponentially faster than traditional compute? Material science, designing advanced materials through quantum simulations. There is so much. It's going to change the world, right? We're so early. So how can we make life-changing returns investing in this revolutionary technology? That's what we're going to answer in today's video. First up, we have the Defiance Quantum ETF, QTUM. This is probably the best, safest way of playing it. I like it because one, it has a price to earning ratio of 25, with for a revolutionary, growing exponentially technology like quantum compute, not that bad. Two, it pays you a dividend, 0.65%. So it pays you a little passive income. That doesn't seem like a lot. If you have a lot of money in it, it does feel like a lot, even if it's a small percentage, especially as the prices of these assets rise, the dividend rises, your income rises. So the QTUM ETF is phenomenal. Let's dive into the QTUM ETF because you might not want all the companies that are in this ETF. You might want to buy the companies directly. These are the assets that, according to this $1.3 billion ETF, are the stocks most correlated with the growth in quantum technology. D-Wave Quantum Make at 7% of the ETF. Palantir 2.5%, Rigetti Computing 2.25%, NEC Corporation 2.11%, Orange SA, NTT Data Group Corporation, IonQ Inc., Alibaba Group Holding Limited, this other one I've never heard of, and then Fujitsu Limited. Those are the top 10. Today we're going to talk about the number one. The fact that it's already taking so much market share within this space is massive. D-Wave Quantum. There's many others, right? Google's creating quantum chips. Microsoft is creating quantum chips. Today we're talking about D-Wave Quantum. Again, we're early stage investors. Big cap tech is phenomenal, but if there's a way of getting exposure to this revolutionary technology without owning the biggest assets on the planet, you can potentially get more upside. So here we have D-Wave Quantum Computing. The chart is already pumped. It's $15. The market cap is $4.6 billion. Earning per share is negative. They are losing money. They're in the very early stages. They're not making much revenue. They're in the R&D phase. They're just putting money to work. This is May 20, 2025. D-Wave announces general availability of Advantage 2 quantum computer, its most advanced and performant system. 6th generation quantum computer shown to solve hard problems beyond the reach of classical computers. New system delivers significant performance gains with greater coherence and increased qubit connectivity to better tackle more complex problems at scale. They're creating quantum computers that have proved the ability to solve problems beyond the reach of classical computers. That's massive. Is it being adopted?
We can solve real problems using the D-Wave quantum computer and its hybrid solutions now. We can get real results on real scale today.
That's the principle of quantum computing research at NEC Australia, which is a multi-billion-dollar company. They're massive. They're pumping up and supporting and promoting D-Wave Quantum's technology.
Our collaboration with Dwave, this is possibly one of the first use cases where we could reach quantum advantage for fraud detection.
Head of emerging technology research at PayPal, a massive company collaborating with Dwave. So there is significant adoption of this asset. That's why its market cap is over $4 billion. The market's pricing this good news in. So stocks are actually very similar to crypto. They're capital raising mechanisms. The higher the price goes, the more shares these companies can issue and sell into the market, and the more capital they can raise. And the ones with first mover advantage, the ones that get the network effects, succeed. So Dwave now has a massive market cap. That's enabling it to announce the successful completion of $400 million at the market equity offering, right? So now they have all this money to play with. They're starting to get some traction. Very interesting. We have the Q1 2025 financial report. Dwave reports its first quarter 2025 results. Record quarterly revenue of $15 million, up over 500% year over year. Record quarterly GAAP gross profit of $13.9 million. Record quarter end cash position of $304 million. And they just raised another $400 million. So it's really hard to argue with this. As long as their market cap stays high and propped up by buys from institutions, that's going to enable them to raise more money and have a pristine balance sheet. So if we look at their balance sheet, total assets, $326 million. Total current assets, $311 million. Total liabilities, $118 million. Total current liabilities, $15 million. So they are flush with cash. Their assets are significantly higher than their liabilities. They're not going bankrupt anytime soon. They have lots of money to play with. They almost have first mover advantage here. Yes, big tech is competing with them with some of their chips, but as long as they can execute, are doing fine. Obviously, there's risk. Obviously, there's reward. This is where it gets very interesting. They earned $15 million of revenue in the first quarter of 2025. Annualized, that's $60 million of revenue, and they have massive margins on that. Total gross profit, $14 million. The cost of that revenue is $1 million. So they're just super profitable in their revenue. This is a very interesting company. That is one way to play quantum computing. You could buy the QTUM ETF, get a nice dividend, get diversified exposure to most of the quality quantum computing companies in the world, or you can buy Dwave, or you can do both. The plan is to cover more and more of these companies for you so you can stay on top of this emerging mega trend. Here's another way of investing in quantum computing. Again, we're early stage investors. We want that true life-changing returns, and that requires exploring the most undiscovered, darkest, weirdest corners of the market, right? You have to really think outside the box. So we have Subnet 63 Quantum on Bittensor. Bittensor is similar to Bitcoin in that it pays miners with its fixed supply token. Unlike Bitcoin, Bittensor miners are solving real-world problems. This Bittensor miner, Subnet 63, is creating decentralized quantum computing technology incentivized with Bittensor emissions. So it's competing with all the other Bittensor subnets. No other Bittensor subnet I'm aware of is doing quantum computing. This one is. And this asset has a market cap currently of something around $100 million, fully diluted. So it's way smaller than Dwave. Dwave is experimental. This is experimental. And the way this works is, again, the same way Bittensor and Bitcoin work. They incentivize miners to solve problems, and the more tech is created by this network, the more value is mined by this network, the more quantum computing power is generated by this network, the more revenue it can make in the future, and that revenue can go straight to the token holders. They have to add value to the token, or no one's going to want the token. So you have miners all around the world solving quantum computing tasks, earning this token, which should accrue the value of the technology and ultimately accrue the revenues. A lot of these Bittensor subnets go deflationary over time, the more revenue they generate. So the revenue is earned, the token's bought back, it's burnt. It's deflationary, it's gone forever. These subnets have a fixed supply of 21 million tokens. So this is what miners are going to be working on. Our miners are the pioneers on the computational frontier. Their primary objective is to identify and optimize the killer tech stack, the most effective combination of hardware and software for accurate and efficient circuit execution. Miner tasks might include resource exploration and optimization. Miners are incentivized to discover and implement the most efficient and reliable methods for achieving accurate quantum results. At the end of the day, the way this works, again, similar to Bitcoin, similar to Bittensor. What made Bitcoin revolutionary was that it created the world's biggest super computing network as efficiently as possible, right? The amount of Bitcoin hash rate is insane. It's, again, the biggest computing network on the planet, constantly mining Bitcoin. And it was created at a fraction of the cost that it would take big tech to go out, buy land, buy a data center, fill it with computers, staff it, maintain it. That's how centralized technology works. Decentralized technology works very efficiently. It just connects people, computers, resources all around the world. There could be someone in the Middle East with a very powerful laptop just working away. These decentralized networks can harness that. Amazon can't harness that. Someone in Africa, someone in Europe, someone in South America, like all around the world, we're harnessing the Earth's power, and decentralized technology makes it very efficient. That's why Bitcoin, again, was able to create the biggest computational network on the planet at 1,000th the cost of what it would take Amazon to do it. So can this subnet achieve the same thing? Use decentralized technology, which is way more efficient than centralized technology, and decentralized incentives to incentivize miners to create the most revolutionary quantum computing technology as efficiently as possible on the planet. That's what they're all about. High risk, high reward. Is it possible? Absolutely, it's possible. That's what's crazy about decentralized technology. It's more efficient than big tech, and the results can be more powerful. That's what we're proving with the Bittensor network. These guys are just applying it to quantum computing. You can do it with anything. Compute, AI model training. You can do it with anything. The world is sleeping on decentralized technology. So this subnet is a decentralized way of getting exposure to quantum computing. Will they succeed? We don't know. There's lots of competition. Can they succeed? Yes. So high risk, super high reward. And the best part is you can stake this token and earn massive passive income. Because just by holding and staking the token, you earn a portion of the emissions. And the tokenomics of this subnet are similar to Bitcoin. 21 million fixed supply, and just like Bitcoin in its early days, a lot of that supply is given out to miners, to holders, to stakers. So there's lots of inflation up front, but since it's a fixed supply, long term, it doesn't matter. But the early holders of the token get paid a lot of tokens. That's Subnet 63, D-Wave Quantum, Subnet 63. Two different ways of getting exposure to quantum computing. If you want to learn how to buy Subnet 63 or other Bittensor subnets that pay unbelievable passive income, that are producing real technology, that are better than most crypto investments by far, then you can reach out to me on Patreon. There's a simple, safe way of earning life-changing passive income. And currently Subnet 63 is paying an APY of like 80+%. Some of these subnets are earning 200%. So imagine holding a crypto asset, high risk, high reward, but getting paid 80% APY a year. That's what's possible in these subnets.